Welcome back. The first thing that I want to talk about when it comes to financial statements for public companies specifically is where to find them. That's important because obviously you can't um, you can't learn anything about a company if you don't know where to go find their financial statements. So what I'm going to do today is talk about the steps that I go through when I'm interested in learning about a company and where to find their financial information. So to do that, I'm going to show you how to do it. I'm going to share my screen and we'll talk through exactly the process that I typically go through and what you can do if you have the same interest yourself. So as with anyone or anything, a lot of my searches start with Google. For the purpose of this, I love to use Tesla. Tesla is very popular. They're always in the news for one reason or the other. And the easiest way to find their financial statements is to search for investor relations. You can see that I've searched for both financial statements and Tesla investor relations previously. I like to use investor relations because it provides you a nice summary of lots of information that might be shared by the company. When specifically looking at an investor relations page, there's a lot of information that's included that you can go to or search through. But the most important for finding financial information is SEC filings. And so that's typically the page that I'll go to. There are lots of pieces of information that need to be provided to the SEC, and it includes forms of all different varieties. The most important ones for the purpose of what we're talking about today are 8K reports. 8K reports are information shared with the public for the entity. So they highlight for the entity what's going on, big changes or substantial changes or points of note. And then for finding the financial statements themselves, the Form 10K and the Form 10Q. The 10K form is the form that is the annual report, and the 10Q form are the quarterly reports. As we go through this series, I will talk to you more about what's the difference between a 10K and a 10Q. But for the purposes of this particular conversation, I want to talk about the 10K. That's the annual report. The 10K annual report is also includes the audit report, and it looks like this. And so here you can find the financial statements. There's a certain section. What I'll do in subsequent videos on this channel is talk through what each of these sections include. But if you're just looking for financial statements, you can go right here to section 8, item 8, which includes the financial statements. This is their balance sheet. This is Tesla's balance sheet. And so you can find this on all kinds of different entities. So if we were to do the same thing, maybe with Home Depot, who is another entity that I like to look at their financial statements. They're a pretty good gauge of the market. You can search their investor relations. You can click through to SEC filings. And then you can see that this page is a little bit different for them, but you can find the annual reports specifically, and you can find 11Ks, which are reports on their stock plans, or a 10K report, which is the report that we just looked at. So I'm going to click through this report. You can see that all the numbers are the same. And so item number 8 is where you would find the financial statements, and here they are again. So in finding the financial statements for an entity, the easiest place to start is their investor relations page. That page will include all of the information that's provided by the company as far as information related to what investors may want to know. And it helps to give you where you can find the 10K reports, which are the publicly issued audited financial statements of the different entities. So that's where we'll stop for today, and we'll pick back up next time to talk through what the different components of a 10K filing are.